everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of Prim's playlist. My name is Prim, and today I'll be analyzing and recommending 5 underrated K-pop tunes because, that's what this podcast is about. So, in the process of writing this script, I noticed that 4 out of our 5 songs today were uploaded to Stone Music Entertainment. Usually I have a relatively even mix of Stone Music, 1TheK, and Super Soundbugs, so this was a surprise. And this isn't me being biased towards Stone Music or anything. 1TheK and Super Soundbugs just didn't upload as many MVs this week as Stone, and what MVs were there just didn't resonate with me for some reason. A lot of similar genres happening. I guess Stone Music Entertainment just had a good week. Don't take my word for it though, you really have to listen to the songs themselves to get what I mean. As per usual, I've given a link to this week's playlist at the end of this episode, and if you donate to my Patreon, you can even get early playlist access. For now though, I'll walk you through each song myself. Let's pull up the playlist. Our first song today is Roots by an artist named Yi, currently at 15.5k views on Stone Music Entertainment. This is a slow, dark song, though not quite a ballad. It has a very sparse instrumental, mostly alternating between deep bass hits and harsh snapping snares, then adding a trap-inspired hi-hat roll and some extra ambient effects. Honestly, the minimalist instrumental combined with Yi's deep voice actually feels a little bit spooky. One thing that stood out to me was the 3/4 tempo. It's not even a 6/8 or 12/8 triplet-based swing-ish sort of type of scenario like Kill This Love by Blackpink. It's legitimately a waltz time. You could waltz to this song. This is a time signature you don't actually find that often in K-pop, so I'm thrilled to have found it. And in a dark concept to boot. Roots' instrumental reminds me a lot of The Seventh Sense by NCT U. Again, a similar dark vibe, plus the same combination of alternating bass and snapping snare, punctuated by hi-hat rolls and general ambience. The main difference is that The Seventh Sense contrasts the slower instrumental with a more energetic, fast-paced rap, while Roots keeps the vocal melody at a tempo and style matching the instrumental. Also, one of my first thoughts when listening to Roots was, this sounds like something Red Velvet's Irene and Seulgi's subunit would sing. Though most of Irene and Seulgi's songs are more upbeat, Seulgi's solo song, Uncover, has a similar slow and dark vibe. So if you're into SM Entertainment's spookier songs and are looking for something new, go listen to Roots. Let's pull up song number 2. At 27,000 views on Stone Music Entertainment, our second song today is Gangwon FC by rapper Zena Vizilla. What immediately caught my ear in this song is that high lead synth during the intro, which almost reminds me of some kind of radar blip noise. Given the virtual reality theme of the music video, I think the synth is a fitting choice, adding a bit more of a video gamey feel to this otherwise fairly standard rap song. One of my favorite aspects of this song, though, is Zena Vizilla's voice. Through his changes in timbre and volume, I finally looked up how to pronounce timbre, you can just hear how much passion and energy he puts into this performance, and I think that really contributes to the energetic qualities in this song. After aggressively googling rap-based K-pop songs, the closest I found to Gangwon FC is Hero by Monsta X. It certainly shares the combination of energetic rap and video game elements, even using what sounds like some direct samples from Super Mario Bros., though it adds in a brassy synth that Gangwon FC lacks, and it's generally more high energy. A closer match to the melody in Gangwon FC, though, is probably Alcohol by Ravi from VIX. Back to instrumentals, though, I think that Doom Dada by Top also works as a comparison, as some of the synths kind of remind me of old school arcade games, though it is lower energy and lower pitched. So I guess if you take Hero and Doom Dada and average them, and then add Alcohol's melody, you'd get Gangwon FC. A perfect choice if you're a fan of all 3 songs then. Next song, please. With almost 55k views on, of course, Stone Music Entertainment, here's Walking in the Rain, a collaboration between soloists Chancellor and Yonha. I should note, before we continue, the actors who appear in the music video for Walking in the Rain are neither Chancellor nor Yonha. Anyway, the song is simple and beautiful, with most of the instrumental coming from an acoustic guitar, and even most of the percussion coming from muting the guitar strings, at least until the first chorus. From there, the other percussion is mostly snapping, clean bass thumps, and little rolled hi-hat accents. I think this relatively simple instrumental was a great choice, as it allows Chancellor and Yonha's voices to shine. And wow, their voices go together perfectly. Both of their voices have a certain airy, light quality to them, and since they share that same quality, they really feel like they were made to go together. Between the vocal quality and the emphasis on acoustic guitar, particularly at the beginning of the song, this song reminded me a bit of Reality Blue by Stella Jang. I realize I talk about Stella Jang a lot on this podcast, but she's one of my favorite soloists, so I'm fairly familiar with her work. It's a good comparison point for me. Anyway, Reality Blue is actually the only song I could find that was this pared down. All of the other acoustic guitar-based songs I could find either had too much other stuff on top, or had a very sad sound rather than a calm sound. The closest runner-up I could find was Turtle by Twice, and even that has some extra percussion. So if you want something uniquely minimalist, check out Walking in the Rain. How about song number 4? Song number 4 today is Telepathy by singer and Produce 101 Season 2 ex-trainee Ju Jin Woo, coming in at 40.7k views on Stone Music Entertainment. Right off the bat, I am loving this detuned synth. It kind of slides around in pitch, and it generally just adds this really interesting texture to the introduction. From there, the instrumental in the verse/pre-chorus area is a bit lower, allowing Jinwoo's voice to stand out a bit more. And then the synth comes back in the chorus. What's really interesting about this song, though, is how it snaps into what almost feels like a different song despite the use of similar instruments. It essentially goes double time, adding more of an emphasis on its percussion and making the song just feel twice as fast. Most songs with a tempo change of this sort tend to make the song go slower during the second verse, not faster. So this was a startling choice that I personally find really compelling. For some reason, the song reminds me of BTS, but I can't really place why. It's almost a hybrid of some of the more synth-based elements of On, but combines with the general vibe of the intro and chorus of Spring Day. It has that halftime feel, but also the unique synths, if that makes sense. It also vaguely feels like something Holland could have released, even though I can't really match it with any one particular Holland song. So if you're into these particular artists, you may enjoy Telepathy. Even if I can't match it with a particular song, it gives off vibes you might like. Last song, please. Our last song today is also our only song not from Stone Music Entertainment. At a little under 2k views on Super Soundbugs, this is Chicken Thank You by rapper Still PM. Right away, we're hit with a combination of echoey snapping percussion, voice-like synths, detuned chords, and high-pitched riffs I can only describe as bleep-bloop synths. Industry standard language, trust me. When Still PM's voice comes in, the melodic elements in the instrumental calm down, stripping down to basically just the chords and occasional bleep-bloop, but the percussion actually adds more layers. Then everything explodes in the chorus, and the cycle repeats for the second half of the song. The opening to Chicken Thank You actually reminded me a lot of Luna's B-side tracks on their XX EP, particularly Satellite. Similar combination of snaps, bleeps, voicey synths, and detuned chord plucks, I guess. This comparison is based entirely on the instrumental, of course. Luna's vocal style is absolutely nothing like Still PM's. Actually, rhythm-wise, the vocals in Chicken Thank You kind of remind me of a sped-up Any song by Zico, at least Any song by Zico's rap parts. So if you think Any song and Satellite would make a good mashup, then you'll love Chicken Thank You. And those were our 5 songs of the week. Somehow I made it through without making any gamer references, unless if you count Gangwon FC, but that doesn't count. Even though most of them were from a single channel, the playlist was just as diverse as in our previous episodes. And just like our previous episodes, we aren't stopping at 5 songs. Let's spin the wheel of segments. And this week's segment is Fantastic Fan Works. If there's one thing K-pop is widely known for, it's its fandom. And as much as one can criticize the darker aspects of a K-pop fandom, there's one thing that can't be denied. The dedication in this community has led to the rise of some seriously awesome fan artists, whether they draw, sing, dance, or remix. As a K-pop mashup creator myself, I know the value held in fan works, And just like I hate to see a great musician go unnoticed, I hate to see talented fans slip through the cracks. So that's what this segment is for, signal boosting underrated cover artists, mashuppers, and the like. This episode's focus is Maejik, a cover artist currently with about 7,600 subscribers. First of all, her voice is amazing, with a medium pitch and a smoothness and slight breathiness to it, emphasis on slight. It almost reminds me of a combination of Yuki and Minnie from G-Idol, or a mix of Jennie and Jisoo from Blackpink. Additionally, her covers are mixed incredibly well. Some cover artists struggle with properly mixing and mastering their covers, which makes sense. Mixing and mastering is super hard. But, it leads to the vocals sounding weirdly separated from the instrumental. This issue is widespread enough that people will criticize badly mixed original songs by saying they're mixed like a cover. Just take a look at the comments section of Vampire by S1E5 for examples of this. But yeah, it's great to see covers that break this stereotype. And if you're a mashupper or remixer, you're in luck. Maejik frequently uploads studio acapellas of her covers, which she will often let us use when we ask. So if you're having a hard time finding clear, filtered K-pop acapellas, her videos can be a godsend. You may have actually heard of Maejik before. She frequently collaborates with a popular cover group called Lynx Cats. What personally drew me to Lynx Cats was actually exactly what drew me to Maejik. Great mixing, great singing, and public acapellas. The main difference is, obviously, Maejik is a soloist while Lynx Cats is a group. But honestly, that just makes her channel all the more impressive. So if you're a Lynx Cats fan listening now and you haven't checked out Maejik's own channel yet, go check her out. Just subscribe, leave some likes and nice comments. With all the work she puts into this channel, she seriously deserves it. And with that, we end episode 5 of Prim's playlist. If you enjoyed this episode, check out all the original songs at bit.ly/PMP-ep5. That's bit.ly/PMP _EP_5, just the number. And if you'd like to support this podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you really want to go above and beyond, donate to our Patreon page for special perks. Links to those can be found at linktree/Prim's playlist. That's linktr.ee/PRIMMSPLAYLIST, all lowercase. Our podcast is a proud member of Studio 16. If you enjoy our podcasts, support us for free by joining our Discord server at discord.gg/6R, lowercase xw, capital MG, lowercase f. To learn more, visit studio16network.wixsite.com. That's lowercase studio, 16, just in numbers, lowercase network, .wixsite.com. Thanks for jamming with me today.